Welcome back, folks, for the 9.8 recommended mods and XVM settings video for the tanks. Now, as always, I'll demonstrate what my mods look like and sound like before I show you where you can find these mods and how to install them. Now, these mods will work for the micropatch 9.8.1 that introduced the domination mode for the tanks. There's a small tweak you have to do, but it's not that difficult. So here is the garage screen. It features a lot more stuff than the normal vanilla for the tanks. So underneath your name, behind the webcam, is a ping bar. It tells you your lag, if you will, of your server right now, and if you should go beat up somebody stealing your internet. So very handy tool. Underneath that is the automatic return crew. This is good for premium tanks that shares crews with other tanks of the same nation and category. So if I click it right now, it gives me the crew I used last on this tank, which is my T-54E1, into my Super Pershing. So very handy tool. And with XVM, you can right click on different crew members to drop all the crews. So this is not featured. And you can click again to put the best crew. So ta-da! Very handy tool. Now you have a lock for your gold and your free XP. This is good to prevent you from accidentally using your free XP or your gold. Very handy. With XVM, you see the actual stats of different tanks based on the crew scale and different equipments. So here's the actual gun reload time, actual view range, and actual signal range of your radio. Very handy. On the carousel, you can see different filters, such as if you want to play different tiers. Very handy tool. If you want to play different category of tanks, like premiums or normal tanks or no mastery badge, very handy. And on the carousel, you can see a lot of stats, like your average win % chance with that particular vehicle, number of battles fought, average damage per battle, mastery badge, and number of marks of excellence on that vehicle. Very handy tool. So if you want to play some tanks you have trouble with or you perform better with. And lastly, with the XVM upgrade, you can see your stats with the service record. Click on vehicles and you can see your overall stats right here, and each stats for different vehicles that you play. So based on your efficiency rating, very efficient vehicle has a higher number, purple, then comes blue, and yada yada yada. So you can see which tanks you do well in and which tanks you need improvements on. So all the good stuff XVM provides you with. And that's all the upgrades to the garage. Now let's play a live battle with the Super Pershing, and I'll show you how the in-game battle screen looks like and all the modifications with XVM that's upgraded into water tanks. And here is the loading screen. Now you see a lot of stats with this screen because it shows you all the efficiency rating of different players in this match. It also shows you the chance to win, which is kind of unfair, but that's the matchmaker. And yeah, it does helpful to tell you like where you should focus on and who you should focus on, like which player is pretty good and which player is not that good. So focus on the good player first, then take out the rest, but small stuff. With XVM, your mini-maps got upgraded, so press Control key to see a bigger mini-map. The red square is your draw distance. That's where stuff appears on your battle screen, on your main screen. The yellow circle is your max view range. The blue circle is your actual view range. The blue line is where your gun is pointing to. As you can hear, there's a lot of gun sounds, engine sounds, all modifications toward the tanks. So it sounds a lot better, in my opinion. Super Pershing got buffed recently, so that's good. You can hear the turret traverse sounds. We can hear the up sound when the gun's loaded. The engine sound. Oh crap! Sam, focus. You have to stop talking to yourself and focus. Just drive off a cliff like a noob. Oh no. Alright, I should focus, but you can hear a lot of sounds upgraded to water tanks. It's a lot better than vanilla. That's a highlight to the blooper reel. Drive off a cliff. Oh man. So you can hear the grind of the tracks, which is great because normal track sounds are kind of horrible. Super Pershing against Super Pershing. He's tracked. Oh, he fixed it. So you can hear the up sound with your guns loaded. You can hear a lot of stuff, which is great. The buff to the Super Pershing is amazing. Oh. Oh. Oh, side the cheek. Touche.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Touche. So you can hear a lot of sound mods, all the good stuff. You can hear the engine sounds, which is very handy.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Do we take a hit from that?
Drive on.
Oh.
Enemy armor is damaged.
So there's a custom 6 cents icon. I'll show you how to install it.
Enemy is hit. Target acquired. Target released. Got him.
So, yep, Super Pershing got buff. Way better. Touche hit on my commander hatch, or top of the turret. But we should, yeah, it's an easy wrap up. So as you can hear, there's a lot of modification to the sounds, which is very important because that's like out of the feel and the visuals. That's like one of the big threes you have to get right. And the normal default sounds are not that good, in my opinion. But yeah, it feels a lot better. Now, these mods will work for the domination mode, so don't worry. I'll show you how to do it. With XVM, you can see the last spotted position of different tanks. You can also see different health of your enemies, last recorded by your teammates. So if you press Alt, if you press Control, you can see a bigger, larger minimap with more stuff on it. You can also see the crosshair is different. That's a historically accurate crosshair, so it looks fancy. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. Oh, he jammed the shot into my... into my turret ring. Alright. Where's my team? Why aren't you capping? Just go cap. Oh, team. Come on. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about the ribbons. It feels weird. Oh, no need to cap anymore. Okay, there we go. Good job on the IS-6. The Super Pershing's weakness is the lack of speed. But armor upgrade is pretty good. They jammed a shot into my turret ring, right underneath the mantlet. Oh, hello. Oh.
Target acquired. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
I was looking at my tank, I'm sorry, got distracted. But as you can see, there's a lot of features for World of Tanks now, or has always been. But if you are playing World of Tanks for the first time, these stuff will help you tremendously because the last spotted position, the sound mods make it more enjoyable to play. And yeah, it feels a lot better in my opinion. But you can see the different player stats. And that's pretty much it for all the mods. So it'll give you a better experience with World of Tanks. And here's how to install all these mods. And here's how to install all the mods I've been using for the tanks. So all you need this time around is Aslain's XVM mod pack. So it's a lot simpler. So go to this webpage. Now he has developed the version 4.4.5 for patch 9.8.1. But I've been using his version 4.4.4, which is stable. I don't know if the newer version is stable or not, but I'll provide you guys with the link to the version I've been using. So click on download. And once you download the modpack installer, here is the file. So click run. Yes. Okay, English. Run. Now, as mentioned, I've been using the older version because I know it's stable. But it's up to you if you want to use the newer version. So I'll click no, but it's up to you. So click next. 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 There's your World of Tanks directory. So here is all the settings. Now check for newer versions. That's always handy. The normal color scheme, unless you're colorblind, unless you want to check something else. The vehicle contour icons, these are just fancy logos or fancy labels for different tanks in the game. So I'll show you guys a demonstration. But you can have fancy logos or icons or other stuff. You don't really need it because it's like mascara for text. You don't need it. Just go with default. So too fancy and just ugh. Same goes for the strong shadow, weak shadow. It's mascara, all right? It's mascara for World of Tanks. Just you don't need it, all right? It's just too much stuff. Then no, uncheck all of these. You don't need that. Here is the XVM settings. You need to show XVM stats on the battle loading and stats tab. So this tells you who has XVM and who doesn't. So that's a benefit to know if you're being targeted by artillery who sees a strong player. Oh, he's a good player. Artillery is going to shoot you all the time. So that's what people use it for. But yeah, here is the battle loading screen with more stats. So simple one. Don't want to be, you have to keep it simple. So not that convoluted and crazy mascara all over the place. So everything is simple. Simple. Normal default. Default. Yep. Here is the XVM minimap. So the camera direction line helps you to get cheeky shots when stuff is outside of your draw distance. I do that sometimes. I have videos of it too. So clutch. Gun traverse line, which is the gun arc of your fixed gunned vehicles, such as your tank destroyer or artillery. This is helpful, very helpful for artillery players. The detection circle, that's a yellow circle. The maximum draw distance, that's a red square. The blue circle is your view range. The icons for destroy tanks. More visible minimap coordinates. Display labels on minimap with full names. Click left control to zoom in the minimap. The Alt key for show vehicle tiers, so you can see the lemmings when they try to rush a side of the map. Ugh. You want to have the default XVM hit log. So this is showing you how much damage you're doing per game. I have 5 lines. show ping in server, show HP log, which is display of HP last known from your radio. Very helpful. XVM scale is this color. And the 6 cents icon. So I'll tell you how to switch this icon to your own personal taste, but you still need one for now. You can have a sound to go with it. That's nice. The price in the button in the tech tree. The mastery mark in the tech tree. The lock for the gold and free XP. The change default currency from gold to credits to prevent you from accidentally using gold. Here is the multi-tank carousel. I've been using one roll, but you can have like 5. Holy crap, that's a lot. And the scale of the carousel, default for me. You can have different stats. You can have more stats like this one. Jeez, but yeah, one set of stats is good enough. So that's for me. The rest of these is the zoom mod. Yeah, zoom is very important. So trust me, you need a zoom mod. Otherwise, you can't even hit weak spots or even aim at weak spots. So zoom mods is important. The zoom out mod to help you look around corners. Alright. Rest of these is just extra stuff. You don't need it. Just too much stuff will slow down your computer. Just trust me, you don't need it. Here's the HARDscope. You need this one for the authentic, World War II style scope. Here is the Battle Assistant mod for artillery. If you remember, it's the Predator missile mod that was featured like 3 patches ago. Very handy. And the rest of these is you don't need it. It just changed the color of stuff. I don't need it. Here's the gold ammo visibility. So if somebody shoots you with APCR or heat, it splashes silver for me for APCR and gold for high explosive anti-tank. So I can tell if somebody's using gold on me and if I should be a little bit more careful. Now I think the damage panel where it tells you who shoots you and with what type of shell and how much damage, I think that panel is kind of unsportsmanly like, because you're not really supposed to know who's shooting you with what type of shell. So I think that kind of breaks the game. So in order to tell if somebody's using gold on me, I have this mod. So this is the counterweight to it, in my opinion, my replacement or substitute. So I like it. The rest of these disable stuff like exhaust smoke, wreckage smoke, if your computer cannot handle it. You don't really need it for now. And the sound mods and garage. So you need the garage mod first. So this changed the garage if you press the up and down arrow key on your keyboard. So no more crappy standard garage in that stupid dank basement. Ugh. Yeah, that's gross. You need the KTs, gun sounds, and engine sounds. Now, nothing against GF, but his mods are a little bit bigger because there are more variety towards his mod. But they do slow down your computer a little bit more. So it depends on your computer's processing speed. I do recommend GF, Gnome Fodder's sounds because they're pretty goddamn good. It's just that when I try to record, my computer sucks. So it's up to you which mods you want to use. But I've been using KT for 3 patches now. So those both sound modders are pretty goddamn awesome. And you want to have the KT hit sounds when stuff hits your tank. You want to have the turret traverse sounds as well as the object destroyed sound. So something destroyed by, like a fence destroyed by a tank or a building, sounds like a fence being toppled over or a building being toppled over, then a boop sound. So, and lastly, you want to have the up sound when your gun's loaded. So this is the up and the gung, and yeah, it's that sound. So it sounds amazing. And once you're done, click next, click clean install if you have no mods or if you don't want any mods or want to delete all the mods you have. So click clean install. Click normal install if you already have mods in your res mod folder and you want to keep it, but you want to add these mods to it. So these are the 2 choices. But for now, if you're just starting off, click clean install. Then click next and you're done. But once you get done, we're not done yet. So go to your folder, go to ResMod, go to 0.9.8.1, or if you've been using the 4.4.4 version of the mod installer, you will have all the files in 0.9.8. So copy all these, copy or cut, and just paste it into 0.9.8.1. That's how you transfer from the 9.8 patch to the 9.8.1 patch. So that's all there's to it. And once you get here, go to GUI, go to Scaleform, go to HARDscope HARDscope settings, edit with Notepad++, and you want to edit the shadow from 0 in value to 100. This will turn the silhouette of your gun sights on, because normally it does not have the black circle silhouette around your gun sights, which is not that good looking. So once you turn this on, it looks better. So if you don't have Notepad++, I'll provide you with the file. So take that file and copy it into this folder and replace this old one. So that's all you have to do. And about skin mods, so once you get all the skins from my link, you go to your folder right here, go to vehicles, and paste it directly in here. So once you download all the skin mods, so for example the British, like the Black Prince, just take it and paste it here. If you don't have a vehicles folder or you don't have a nations folder, just make one. Simple enough. And the old skin mods, or semi-old skin mods from the last patch with the modernized ERA armor, that still works. So if you remember this mod right here, the World of Tanks fan Pimp My Tank mod, so this still works. So click this button right here, this button, World of Tanks directory, this button, and that's it. Pretty simple. So it will install all the skin mods and you're good to go. So come on. Oh, so just press this button all the time, just this button. You'll be fine, don't worry about it. It's all in Russian, so it doesn't show up. So click that button, click this button, and you're done. That's it. So that goes all the skin mods. If you have watched my 9.7 mod video, which is like only 3 weeks old, but those are all the skins from that video. So simple enough. And I'll do a showcase of all the skins I've been using. So here's a quick preview of all the skins I've been using. And here's a quick showcase of all the skins I've been using. So here's the Sherman Easy 8, modified with a Fury skin, in case you didn't buy the Fury. The T69, the T34, the T57. Now if you have watched my 9.5 or 9.6 mod video, that old model of the T57 with the appliqué metal armor on the turret still works, but this is just a cage version of that, so it's up to you which version you want to use. The T30, the Black Prince, the Panther 2, the Tiger 2, the E75, the IS-8, also known as the IS-10, also known as the T-10 heavy tank. That's why there's a T-10 on the back of the turret. The WZ-111 and the T-110E5. Now, I don't have a T-110E5 particularly, but if you want to have a skin, you can use it for the domination mode. So here's the skin for the T-110E5, and the domination model also takes from that, so it shares the same model. So here's the domination T-110E5. Now there is a problem of trying to find good skin, because most of these skins are designed for older patches like 9.1 or 8.5 or even older. So the tank models have to be single definition than HD version to work. So what that means is that the T32, if you watch my previous mod video for 9.7 or 9.6, I have a skin for the T32, but the T32 recently got made into HD. So with the HD model, the older skin doesn't work anymore, so it looks weird. So that kind of sucks. A good way to tell whether a tank has an HD model or not is by the track skirts. So if these skirts are dented or in some way, they are in HD model. But if they're like straight or like this one, like the T29, so this is straight and non-HD, there's probably a skin for this tank. But the skins for the older tanks or older tanks that were made into HD will not work, such as the T32 or the Super Pershing, because both tanks recently got made into HD model. Same goes for the likes of the Tiger II per se. So that kind of sucks. Also, when you're testing old skins, you have to realize that some old skins are based on models of the tank that got shifted around. So what I'm talking about is like some tanks, like the T54E1, has the model shifted. So the tank shifted in some reason, and the super awesome looking skin doesn't fit quite well. So I have to learn coding to fix this in some way, but for now, it looks crappy. It looks weird. So yeah, this should be on the front end, and the whole thing should just turn like 180 degrees. So some skins doesn't work, so that kind of sucks. Also, there's mesh problems with some other skins. So a good example is the Tiger II. There were mesh problems with the decals, so as you can see, and the width of the barrel got increased over the time, so it's grayish where it should be, but the skin doesn't cover it anymore. So it's a few areas that got changed, but this is still single definition. So as you can see by the track skirts, it's not dented, so skins will work. It's a trial and error type of process of testing skins, so be patient with it, but I'll give you guys all the link to the skins I've been using. And finally, before we finish off, you have to activate XVM in order to have the stats show up in your game. So go to modxvm.com and log in with your World of Tanks info. Do not worry, because this website is tied to wargaming, so nothing is at risk. So log in and click on activate services and click on update stats. So click these two buttons until you cannot click them anymore. Go to settings, click on chance to win at battle and at battle results. Click on the default scale and click on whichever calculation you want. I've been using Win8, but if you want to compare yourself to the likes of Quickie Baby or Jingles, they've been using EFF the last time I checked. So that's the difference. But that's pretty much it. So before we finish, I'll tell you how to make your own 6 cents icon. So go to your World of Tanks folder, go to Res Mods, go to Mods, go to Share Resources, go to XVM, Res, and here is the 6 cents icon. Now you can change this icon by putting any picture you want into this folder and name it 6 cents. So basically go to Google. Let's see, Scarlett Johansson, yes. So let's go for a PNG file because that's a transparent one. So this is a good picture. Save image as. So 6 cents. Save. Cut from your desktop, whatever you saved, and paste it here. And there you go. Scarlett Johansson will become your 6 cents icon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all the stuff you need to play World of Tanks. And that's pretty much it for the 9.8 mod video for World of Tanks. Just remember that if you're using the 4.4.4 Aslain's XVM modpack installer that I provide you with, take all the files from the 9.8 res mod folder and copy and paste it into 9.8.1. That's all you have to do to shift from the main patch to the micro patch for domination mode. Alright, just remember to do that. Don't come to me and say, Sam, it doesn't work, whatever. You forgot to do that. just take all the files from 9.8 within ResMod, copy and paste it into 9.8.1. Alright? I'll mention that again. Take all the files from 9.8 within ResMod, copy and paste it, place it into 9.8.1. Alright? You got that? Good. That's all you have to do. If you're using 4.4.4 of the Aslain's XVM modpack, you can use that 4.4.5, the newer version, but I haven't tested it for stability. Alright? I don't know if it works yet. I don't know. But I'll provide you with the 4.4.4, which works. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you have fun tanking, and it does work with the domination mode, the mods, so don't worry about it. So that's all good. Now, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be busy for the next few weeks, so today's video is kind of important because mod videos are important than leak videos. So mods are needed now, whereas leak videos are not that essential or necessary. So I'll try to do them if I can, but I will be really busy. So hopefully everything goes well for me, but yeah, I will be very busy. So no time to do it, but hopefully you guys are good to go with the mods and enjoy with the finally changed personal missions, because yeah, that was rough. And the domination mode. Oh, domination mode is a cesspool. It's really a cesspool. It's a bunch of noobs playing tier 10s. You know how that will go. So yeah, go have fun. But thank you guys for watching this video. No. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm very tired. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.